Hey, good afternoon from the Gettysburg battlefield. It's about 1 p.m. and I'll be streaming today just after 4 o'clock for World MS Day, so please stop in, bring some coffee, share a cup with me. I'll be talking about MS. Please ask me a question and donate to the MS Society if you can. Find a link on my About section. And so I'll be playing some videos from excursions into the past, my MS hikes, my walk MS will be up on the Appalachian Trail around Gettysburg. We'll play some videos from my field notes from the fringes of the earth, excursions into the past, and a bunch of MS videos. I'll be chatting a lot, drinking some coffee, and hanging out. So I hope to see you. Stop by, celebrate Martian Sickness Day, and hopefully someday it will mean mystery solved, multiple sclerosis, World MS Day. So join me on Twitch. Hope to see ya. Keep smiling, y'all. Please be safe wherever you may roam.
That's MS. That is multiple sclerosis right there. All right? That's a perfect example of MS. Those are the nerves on our brains with people with MS. So if you know somebody with MS, that's likely what they're existing in at that very moment. Like we bumped our head and there's a low current hooked up and there's like something crawling around on the surface of our brains. Please include disabled people. Inclusiveness is important. You want to make a difference in somebody's life who has MS, hemochromatosis, costochondritis, narcolepsy. I have those, fibromyalgia, you name it. Doesn't matter what it is. Include those people so that they can have a good day. Okay? So it always feels like you have two little electrical cords hooked up to your head, and it has a really low wattage like hum just going into your brain all the time. Now imagine that's all the time, and there's like this low wattage wires hooked up to your brain, that current is just low current is going through your brain all the time. So what's this like? Everybody's MS is different. Okay, that's what I read, that's what I see. I realize now at this point that people with MS see people with MS differently. I think we can ID each other pretty good. So what's this like? Why am I sitting here like this? I just wanted to show something that I don't think I've seen before. What's this like, all right? First of all, this whole side of my leg right now is burning like hell. It's like somebody has a curling iron or a hot iron just laying there against it. But at the same time, you can't feel it. I know it doesn't make any sense, right? You know when your feet get too cold in the winter time, your feet get too cold and you can't feel them, your toes get too cold, you can't feel them, but they hurt. That's what that's like. Okay, so it's my left leg, there's nothing wrong with it. Over the past 6 months, I've had some pains in my left leg periodically. Half the time, I'm too tired to even use my left leg to do any. Most of my days comprise getting from my chair to make myself something to eat, going to the can, and going to bed. But what's this like? So I can stand upright, but I don't know if I'm gonna fall down. I have no idea when or where, it don't matter. Your brain just clicks off, so I'll explain that to you. Imagine there's 100 little alien parasites, all right? and they've landed on your brain, and they're digging in. They're setting up camp. They're making it their home. All the time. Right now I'm like, okay? So we've all hit our heads before, right? When you're walking along, that initial shock, when you first bump your head, that initial shock, that first like 20, 30 seconds of when you hit your head, and you're like, whoa, that's how this feels every minute, like you just hit your head. It's not painful, okay, but it's that, like you just got bumped, or over here, like this right here in my eye. The optical nerves are under attack by the immune system. The myelin protective coating is. And so, your telephone wires, your electrical wires, they have a protective coating on them. If that coating wears off, if it deteriorates, okay, these wires and cables on these telephone poles, they lose their protective coating. They have trouble getting the messages and the signals to your house or your internet or your electric. It gets severed. It loses connection. And so by the immune system attacking the myelin on the nerves of our brain, it's essentially doing the same thing. That's your example. That's your analogy. It's such a good example. That's MS. That is multiple sclerosis right there. All right? That's a perfect example of MS. Those are the nerves on our brains with people with MS. And so, what happens? The signals that are going to my leg, to my hands, to my mouth, it's now in slow motion because the signal's not getting there fast enough. In some cases it's severed. In some cases it's severed for 1 minute and the next minute it's not severed. 1 minute the message sends to my leg or my eye, and the next minute the message doesn't send, which means when I stand up and I'm trying to go through the world, imagine that electrical current makes you feel when you're moving in motion, you're going forward. This is underwater, okay? So you're underwater, everything, it's like the air is thick and it's not from the humidity. I'm just saying everything is like slowed down just a little bit. It's like you guys are on regular time, but our clocks are like a second, 3 seconds behind. So we're going through the world like it's underwater. And it's all because of those severed connections. The exposed nerves on the brain give us that current going through water. The feeling that there's Martians landing on the surfaces of our brains is all due to that one thing that I showed you. That's MS. We're not fine, we're dying. Most of us are living sucky lives. Okay? Can't be mobile, can't get out and do the things that we want to do. Include them in your activities. There's a lot I'd love to do, but I cannot take my trash out couple times a month. So that's what that's all about. And so I hope that that demonstrated to you guys what MS is, how it affects us, why it affects us. Do my best. You guys, do your best, always. And if you can't, have some ice cream. Be well, my friends. Have a safe day. Awesome. Warlord McGillicuddy, over and out.
MS does suck.
MS mucks with your central nervous system. Almost everything about your body, your muscles, your organs, your ability to speak, your ability to understand, your ability to move.
MS took everything from me. Everything I thought was important, everything I valued.
I used to jump in a trampoline and swim with the kids.
MS has affected me being a mom because I'm sorry.
Despite MS, I will keep riding my bike.
I will continue to be the strongest mom that I possibly can.
I will still dance with my husband.
I will continue to live the life that my daughter expects me to live.
Multiple sclerosis may be a part of who you are, but it doesn't define you.
I will never stop. I will never quit.
I'm going to keep being me.
We are a movement by and for people affected by multiple sclerosis.
Until we end this disease forever,
we will do whatever it takes
to accelerate breakthroughs.
We believe that we are stronger together.
That nobody should face MS alone.
We will be by your side every step of your journey.
From day one.
We'll be your partner through the challenges.
Sharing ideas and finding solutions.
We believe
that people live better lives when they are understood and supported.
It's hard to hear.
But you look so good.
When you feel anything but.
Or to feel like MS is the only thing people see. We will be there for your loved ones so they can be there for you.
We'll shine a light on what it means to live with MS.
Till the rest of the world understands. We believe that everyone deserves affordable medications.
A doctor who knows MS.
And a healthcare system that puts you first.
You should never have to choose
between paying your bills
and getting the care you need.
We will make sure your voice is heard loud
and clear.
We'll be your champion
from the halls of Congress
to City Hall.
We believe that you should be able to plan for the next 10 years.
Even the next 10 minutes.
Without MS getting in the way.
Complex problems take many solutions.
Coming together in just the right way.
We'll be there to help you piece it all together.
We'll work every day
so you can get what you want from life.
Even while living with this disease.
We believe that no one else should have to face the fear
and uncertainty
of an MS diagnosis.
And that those that have MS
should get back what they've lost.
Curing this disease
takes a global effort.
We will fund the most
promising leads
and gather
the brightest minds
to find a cure
as fast as possible.
We'll be unrelenting
until the very
end.
We believe that we all have something to contribute.
Whether it's time,
money,
connections,
or sheer passion,
there is strength
in numbers.
We're calling on you to join us.
Join us.
Join us.
Find your place in this movement.
We need you.
We need you.
We need you.
Together, we will create a world free of MS.